Hello my dear students. These are some key terms which are related to your chapter. So I am discussing about one to all. So please pay attention and listen to carefully. When we are talking about the Caliphate, what it means of the Caliphate, then it is said Islamic state led by a supreme religion, that is the Caliphate. It is the Islamic states where religions, communities ruled over there. That is the terms of the Caliphate. Annals. What do you understand about the annals? That is the questions. Record of the events year by year. Postulating, calculating the records of the events. When it was organized, yearly it was recapitulated. That is called the annal. Annal means that is related to the terms of the annual. 1 year to another years it has been calculated. Next term of the papyrus. Reed-like plants that grew along the bank of the river. Papyrus. Nile from the which papers is made. That is called the paper where the paper has been prepared. This is a plant which is found near about the Nile river, bank of the Nile river. Mediterranean. It is a sea connected to the Atlantic Oceans. If you are seeing in world political map, then it is said such type of figure. Then it is said Mediterranean Sea. Aristocracy, you know about theirs, the name of the aristocracy. This is the term of your emperorship, where the ruling against the community, where the rulings against the people's rights. A form of the government in which power lies in the hands of a small ruling groups who are born in the highest social class. That is, it is also based on the paternal system. Fathers, after their sons have been ruled over there. Conscriptions. Next term is conscriptions. Conscriptions, the compulsory enlistments of the peoples in some sort of the national services. Conscriptions enacted, that is the sort of national services. Euphrates. You already listened the Euphrates name of the river. The longest and one of the most historical important river of the Western Asia. Euphrates and the Tigris. There were the two rivers that have been flowing there. It was decided it was boundary line of the Roman Empire and the Roman empires and the Iranian empire. Those who belong to the Sasanian empires. New community, new dynasty has been set up. Denarius. Denarius, a small silver coins. First minted about 211 BC, denarius, dinar. Next, the barbarian. Barbarians also terms those persons perceived to be uncivilized. Barbar, wild peoples, wild civilizations, those peoples belong to there. Aramaic, it is a type of language. Aramaic is the language spoken by a large group of the Northeast Asia. Hebrew, another terms of the language which is mix up of the Aramaic and the Arabic. Two languages when mix up, that is called the Hebrew. Coptic, the language spoken in Egypt, that is the Coptic. It is also name of the language where it is spoken in Egypt. Punic, that is also name of the language where it is spoken in North Africa. Berber, the language spoken in North America. Berber. This is also named as a language, it is spoken in North America. Next term, Celtic. This is also language spoken in Spain and the Northwest. So these are the terms, some of the Aramaic, Coptic, Punic, Berber, Celtic. 5 languages were spoken in the Roman Empire. Where it was spoken, these are also called the regional languages, which are spoken in a particular region. So we also revise. First is the Arabic. Arabic is the language spoken in the northeast by the people. A large group of the peoples were used Arabic language in their communication. Coptic, the language only used in the Egypt. Punic is the language spoken in the North Africa, and the Berber is also language spoken in the North Africa. Celtic is the language spoken in the Spain and northwest of part. Now next comes Dressels 20. Dressels 20 a container. Dressel a container which carried the Spanish olive oil. 20 is the measurements. 20 is their measurements. It means 20 liters. It means 20 pounds. It means weight of 20. Amorphe, the large storage containers, capacities between 1/2 and 2 and 1/2 tons. Amorphe is not mentioned here, so I will tell you. Amorphe, draconian, that is the severity, that is called the draconians. And authoritarian. Authority believes the people should obey his authority and rules even if he is wrong. Authoritarians, when I establish the emperor, when I establish over here, then it is my authority. Then I said any rules and regulation it will be followed by the peoples. It is right or it may be wrong. Antiquity, any periods before the Middle Age. Antiquity, late of the antiquity. It is also called the, when the contradiction has been started, the crisis of the 3rd century, it is the antiquity. When the middle periods has 476 to 1453, that was the age, Middle Ages. It before that was the late antiquity has been started, or the ancient past. Polytheist, the worship of a belief in many gods. Polytheist means when you are believer of different types of the gods. You are believing in Vishnu, you are believing in another gods. This is also polytheist. Principates, I already told you, the first period of started of the Roman Empire when the Augustus had been set up their thought of the Rome. So again we are just reminding what the key terms are saying. Caliphate. It has been Islamic states are led by the supreme religions. Caliphate has been started by Arab constitutes only for the based on the religion. Annals, record of the lands, record of the events, every year it to be calculated. Papyrus, reed-like structures, reed-like plants that grew near bank of the river, the Nile, which paper is made. Mediterranean, it is a sea connected to the Atlantic Ocean. Aristocracy, it is the form of the governments. Conscriptions, it is a compulsory enlisted of the peoples that's short of the national services. Euphrates, it is the longest and one of the most historical rivers which is flows in Western Asia. Denarius, it is a type of the dinar, it is type of the coins. The silver coins was minted about 211 BC. Barbarians, the type of the community which is uncivilized. Aramaic, it is a type of language which is where it is spoken in the northeast of the parts. Coptic, the language spoken in the Egypt. Punic, it is also language which is spoken in the North Africa. And Berber, this is also Berber, spoken and used the communications, the language in North Africa. Celtic, the language spoken in northeast, northwest and Spain. Trestles 20, it was name of the container where the Spanish olive oil has been deposited, where the olive oil has been exported or imported. Amorphic, the large storage containers capacities between 1/2 and 2 and 1/2 ton. Draconian sovereignty. Authoritarians, it means the authority believed on that particular rules and regulations which is followed by the people, it may be right or the wrong. Antiquities, any periods before the Middle Age, it was started 476 to 1453, or the ancient past, it is also called the late antiquity. Polytheist, if you are believing different types of the gods, it is called the polytheist. Principates, the periods of the Augustus, it is called the Principates. It is started from the 27 BCE to 284 century. So approximately most of the terms has been mentioned. So I am telling you one word substitutions means very short answers in front of you, which is coming from your keywords, which is coming from your time. Which were the two powerful empires that ruled over most of the Europe? Which were two powerful empires? Question number first. That ruled over most of Europe. Question number first. Second question is, which sea separated the continent of Europe and Africa? Which rivers made boundary of Roman Empire? From the north side. Next question. What is the another name of 3rd century in Roman Empire? Next question. Which language were spoken? Were spoken in upper class in East and West of early Empire Rome. Next question. Who had established the resign in 27 BCE? Next one. In which language was Roman history written? Next one is, what do you mean by the Augustus is? And next one, who were the main players in the political history of the empire? And last one, which type of family was in Roman society? These are 10 questions which you are observing. So I am just explaining in front of you one to all. First question, which is regarded your questions, which is related to your questions, which were the two most powerful empires that ruled over the most of the Europe. First we are discussing Roman Empire and Iranian Empire, which separate the continents of Europe and Africa. So I already told you on the key terms, Mediterranean Sea. It is separated. Where it is situated? It is part of Atlantic Ocean. It is a sea, part of Atlantic Ocean, which separates two vast empires. Which rivers made boundaries of the Roman Empire from the north side? So you already listened the Rhine and Danube. That was the two rivers which are decided to the boundary of empire. What is the another name of the 3rd century in the Roman Empire? It is also called the early empire, which is terms of the Roman Empire. Which language were used Which languages were spoken in upper class, east and west, early history of the Rome. It means upper class is used, spoke and writes in the Greek language, those of the west in Latin language. If I am telling, if east peoples, they were spoken Greek language and they were officially used in Greek language in their written records. But the west parts of the people, they were using Latin language. In which language was Roman history written? So I already told you there were the two most common languages has been used, Greek and Latin. Most of the Roman history were written in a Greek and Latin language by the peoples from a senatorial background. What do you mean by the Augustus is? It was started when the first emperor of the Roman Empire has been set up. From the 27 BCE to 14th century, the Augustus is means by the reason by the Augustus. His reason is remembered for the peace. First and second century, it is also termed as Augustus. Who were the main players in the political history of the empires? The emperor and the aristocracy and the army. I have given a data in triangular format. First is the emperor, second is the senate, third is the army. But the two most important players of this political system, emperor, which is related to the aristocracy, and the army. The three main players in the political history of the empire. Next one is, what is the questions of the next? So next one is, which type of the family in Roman society? Nuclear family. Nuclear family means mother, father and their children. Next one, next questions. I will tell you in next video, because here a lot of the questions have been scripted, have been mentioned. So I will tell you 10 of the questions which are remaining you can ask, which are totally has been finished. It means you clears all the notes, you clears all the terms which are related to your very short answers, which is also coming in your examinations. So my dear students, pay attention and keep the terms in your minds which are created one word substitutions of very short questions answer. So thank you everyone. Have a great day.